bouncy house. We pounce and then we bounce.
Hey guys, Pouncy here. Get your ears ready to rumble.
Bouncy house. We pounce and then we bounce.
Hi guys, Pouncy here. So today we're going to do I'm going to do a quick video on how to communicate with your angels. I've actually gotten some requests for this, and I actually do this with clients. There are a lot of people out there that have videos up that will teach you how to introduce you to your angels, and everybody has a different format. I tend to go down the road of simplicity. Simplicity and making it extremely easy for anyone to connect, because in essence, your angels want you to connect to them. They're, I'm going to use maybe terminology that might not, maybe someone will get offended by, but I'm trying to get to the most simplistic way to explain it so you can correlate in your mind and say, I see. They want you to communicate with them. They want you to ask them for guidance. They want to assist you. One of their goals, I think one of their top priority goals, is to protect us from small and large accidental or anything that's going to harm us. Some things in life we're meant to learn from, so therefore that was a learning. And sometimes the learning isn't like, say you're ice skating and you fall and you unfortunately break your ankle. Well, someone say, well, how come my angel didn't come in and help me? Well, maybe it wasn't the breaking of the I'm sorry, someone was calling in. Maybe it wasn't the breaking of the ankle that's the actual lesson. The lesson actually goes down the road with maybe whether it's the healing process or whatever else. Maybe you are forced to sit and meditate and think about your life. You'll see what came out of that. So does that make sense? So sometimes things don't happen exactly the way we think it's going to happen or whatever. But trust me, they have your best interest at heart. However, they are available for us for simple things that we would find to be like, well, why would I don't know, why would I call upon them for advice on something? Now, a while ago, I think I've told you guys about there's a gentleman who really has been holding a torch for me for years, and excuse me, and they particularly kept telling me they love me, and I was kind of like, there's a big age difference and whatever. I mean, I just kind of was doubtful because this person isn't very local. And after my last dog died, who I spent a lot of time with, I decided, well, is this guy really serious? Because he continues down this path of how much he cares about me. And so I asked my angels. I just said, hey, my angels' names are Beth and Annie. So I said, Beth and Annie, could you please tell me if this person is just lusting after me, or maybe they're looking for an opportunity of some sort, or is it genuine love? So, and it's funny because he just texted me as I'm talking, but I want to show you. So when I asked them this, I didn't really, you don't ask them how they're going to respond. You just ask. And I said, does he really love me? And within probably a few hours, I went out to walk my dog, and lo and behold, this is what I found on the ground. As you could see, I don't know if well, the camera is putting it backwards, but it says he loves you. He loves you. Not love. He loves you. So that was their answer. And I found it in the grass, and I really don't find anything when I'm out and about, not even money. However, I found this. And this was their way of communicating with me, because even though I introduce people to their angels, I do healing work, as a human being, we are all guilty of having doubts. So, what you need to do is remove the doubts and have faith. And what faith is, and I think I've said this before in my other messages or videos, is asking and then not worrying about it. When you worry about it, you're pretty much insulting these beautiful beings who love us unconditionally, and there's no words to describe. They only want to see us happy. So just don't doubt it. Whatever you ask for, let it go and let it come to you. And you will see. And maybe you want to play with it a little bit, because they don't mind if you play with them. They don't mind if you make a joke and stuff. They have a sense of humor. Mine actually do. I mean, these are beings that, from what I've gathered, because I've channeled and spoken to different angels, and they have lived, not the human experience, some of them, but some of them have lived a similar experience. If you want to believe in cosmically, there's other planets, and, we're not the only beings out there, So they have lived thousands upon thousands of years. So they have the ascension, and that ascension granted them the access to be able to guide people now, to guide people who are not in the realm of, we're in the third density. We're in like a, more of a physical dimension. Anyway, the point is, they usually operate from the fourth and fifth dimension, so they're very close to us. And sometimes angels will come to you via human. You'll see somebody on the street that'll talk to you and say something, and you'll see, like, whoa, and then if you think about later, you're like, whoa, that was really weird. Was that like synchronicity, or what was it? And that sometimes it's your angels communicating with you. Sometimes they'll communicate with a feather. We've heard that before. Now, if you have a goose down comforter in your bedroom and you find a feather on the floor, well, we might want to think that's coming from the comforter. However, there's different ways they communicate. And sometimes via numbers. I see numbers crazy. Today, I just had a client. And as soon as I go over to my phone to check the time, I pick it up and it says 111 or 1111. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I mean, it's constant. 555, 222. Sometimes you'll see the 4-digit numbers. Whatever the numbers are, it's really beautiful, because they're always communicating with you. And so I'm going to just tell you really quickly how to connect to your angels. All you do is sit in silence. Silence means no music on, no one's around to scream out your name, blah, blah. And you sit in silence and you just speak to them like you would to your friend. Even though you can't see them, when you're on the telephone, you can't see your friend, but you still talk to them. So it's the same principle. So you basically sit in silence and you say, I'd like to connect to my guardian angels. And they're there instantly, so you don't have to ask 500 times. You don't have to be like, are you there? They're there. And they hear everything you say, whether it's in your mind or it's verbally, where you can actually hear yourself. And then you ask for whatever you want. As simple as that. You just ask. So say, for instance, you say, I need assistance in finding out whether I would like to buy a new car, because that's something I'm planning to do. And they told me, yes, this is a good time to do it. 4 months ago, I was going to get a car, and they said, it was kind of not a good time. And so the point is, they will communicate with you. And it might be where everything that you decide to do moves very smoothly, almost like they call it, it's all meant to be, because when things are meant to be, it moves easy. Sometimes they'll send you a number and you'll look it up and you'll be like, oh, wow, that's what I've been, asking about. It doesn't necessarily have to be material items either. You can ask them to come in and bring in ascended masters to heal your body. We all have this power. So don't let anyone out there, not that there's people out there, but if you get intimidated by other people that are doing this, don't get intimidated by it, because you're just as capable as I am or anyone else. And some of them, there's people out there that are better than me at doing it, and there's people that are, it's not a comparison really. I tend to be, even in my healing work, very efficient, very New York energy, meaning pull in the ascended masters, start my healing process, talk to all the consciousness of the body, bring the guardian angels in, and da-da-da-da-da, and boom, 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 and it's done. That's how I work. And they kind of, when I first started doing it, they kind of giggled. It was like the energy was, they've never dealt with a healer that was so like, just, I'm fast. And they like that. Anyway, the point is, all you need to do is sit in silence, I'll recap it, and ask. Just like you would ask someone, could you go get me a sandwich at the store? Blah, blah. You just ask. You say, hi, I'd like to speak to my guardian angels. And then you might sit in silence. And if you want to know their names, sit in silence. When you hear the name pop in your head, that's their name. It's not like, oh, did I hear things or something? And if you can't hear it, don't get upset. That's because you're forcing yourself. What you do is you go about your business, and all of a sudden a name will pop in your head. And then that'll be their name. You'll know because you'll hear the voice. Like it'll say Pat, and you'll be like, the hell's that? Or Joe, or whatever word, whatever. You'll hear them speak. And then later, you can go back in when you sit and meditate. And meditation is just sitting in silence, allowing yourself to connect all, from your root chakra all the way up to your crown, opening up your crown chakra. If you don't know what that is, that's just sitting in silence and allowing energy to flow through your body. It's comes pretty simplistic when it comes to humans should, pretty much understand what it's like. You can lie even in your bed if that makes it easier for you. And then you call upon them, and you might ask them small questions in the beginning about certain things, and then you can ask them bigger things. There's nothing that they will not take care of for you. And I have released the steering wheel in my life to them to guide me on exactly what my spiritual journey is. And that's what I decided to do. You don't have to do that. But if you really want to speak to your angels, it's more just about speaking, embracing them, and listening. And when you ask for something, not to worry about it, because that's basically having faith and understanding the fact that they are right next to you. And I'm hoping that I'm interpreting this properly. I might do another video later, because everything I do is off the cuff. It's not like written down and memorized or anything like that. It's just, I do this all the time. I personally am so in love with my angels and so happy that they're in my life, because wow, has my life transformed since I have, I guess you could say, surrendered. I surrendered and realized what it really is to have faith, and what it really is to allow your angels to help you. And they have given me such a euphoric, loving, wonderful life. So I hope that I've made sense. If you have any questions, or if there's anything that you want me to focus on or explain to you better, just put the notes in the comments and I'll do another video. It's not a problem. I will be linking in this video the healing music, the meditative music. You can play something like that in the background, because that tends to put you in a trancier, quiet, relaxed state. But just remember, you can be in complete silence and do the same thing. And remember, you can always be out and about, whether you're in a supermarket, you're in your car, you're in the kitchen washing your dishes, doesn't matter. You can always call upon your angels and say, my angels are Beth and Annie. I could say, hi, Beth, hi, Annie. Could you please assist Bruno, that would be my dog, with, just doing bringing in ascended masters to work on healing for his body? I don't need to hear them say, yeah, sure, Elena, I'll get that done. I already know that everything you ask for, they're going to help you with. Now, if you say, hey, can you, get me that yacht. It's everything's within reason. You get what I'm saying? It's for your well-being. It's for your spiritual journey. It's for your human journey. It's to make your life easier and happier. We're all supposed to be happy and healthy on this planet. And I have to tell you, one of my friends complimented me today, and by no means am I looking for compliments from people, but they said to me, "Are you 50?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "How?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know." I mean, not to say I don't do work on myself. I drink my green juices and drink the turmeric, ginger, honey tonic that I put in the videos. I do a lot. I drink a lot of water, clean, fresh water, but I stay away from negative people. That is your key to staying younger. But they said to me, "You don't even age. You don't even have an age." I'm like, "Well, talk to me when I'm 60, because maybe one day I'll wake up and look like a prune." No, I'm just kidding. But I'm trying to explain to you guys is like your space and what you allow the ascended masters to come in and work on your body. Ascended masters are other angels that have lived many lifetimes, and they come in, and they could have been a cardiologist that lived back in the day, and they have ascended, and now they're coming in to help with the healing of the body. Does that make sense? Because that's what shamans do. Shamans will pull in spirits that can actually help with things. But I don't want to get too confusing with that, because I might do another video on shaman. I'm actually a conventional shaman, but that's different than the actual shamans you see that let spirits come in their body. I don't do that. The point is, let's stick with the angel communication. I think I've made my point. If there's anything you don't understand, just ask and put the questions below. But I will tell you this, 100%, you speak to your angels just like you're speaking to your mother, your father, your friends, anyone that you love. Ultimate respect, love, and one thing they do love, and I must tell you this in closing, they love gratitude. When you have that feeling of thankfulness, that you trust them, and you have that feeling of thankfulness, because how could you not when you have something that loves you so much, that and supports you so much, and they just want to see you happy. So Pouncey's out. I hope I explained that well enough, and more videos are coming. I'm going to do a video on pendulum dowsing, and I'm also going to start doing angel readings. You'll see when they come, and you'll see if you like it or not. I'm just going to try it out and see if it works. So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce.
Coming soon to a city near you.